Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jason, or General, and today, guys, I'm bringing you a pretty big video, and I really do hope you guys watch to the end of the video because I'm going to be covering a lot of big points about Black Ops 3 and Treyarch, because this year is a very, very crucial year for the Call of Duty franchise. I don't think a lot of people really understand that. And if you guys do agree with what I have to say, or even if you disagree with what I have to say, please leave comments down below and tell me why you disagree, or tell me why you agree with what I have to say, because I really want to hear what you guys have to say, and I'm going to respond to as many comments as I can. So make sure you guys do leave comments down below, because I look forward to seeing them and reading them and responding. So anyway, like I said, we're going to be talking about Black Ops 3 and Treyarch, and why I think this is a huge, crucial year for the Call of Duty franchise. And this is basically going to be an open letter video to Treyarch about things I think they really need to focus on over the next couple months until the release date, or even until the beta, because realistically, guys, if the beta sucks or Black Ops 3 sucks, the Call of Duty franchise is really going to be in trouble, because, you know, Advanced Warfare and Ghost were not so great games. And, you know, each year, since Black Ops 2, the sales for Call of Duty have been going down each year. And just the number of people playing Call of Duty, interested in Call of Duty, I mean, views on YouTube, all of that stuff has been going downhill because the last two CODs really haven't been so great. So let's talk about the key points that I think Treyarch really needs to focus on with Black Ops 3. So the first thing that I really strongly advise Treyarch to focus on is the skill gap in Call of Duty. Okay, because it has been going down tremendously each and every year. And truly, I really don't think there really has been a skill gap in any Call of Duty, and when I mean skill gap, I mean like noob friendly stuff, the training rules that you give new players to help them against the really good players out there, right? And I'm gonna use an example like CSGO, right? When I started playing at CSGO, I sucked. I was awful. I was averaging like 5 kills every competitive game. But over time, I wanted to continue to play and play and play to improve and to get better, and now I'm averaging, you know, 20, 25, 30 kills a game in a competitive match. So I really truly think that that is something that I really think Treyarch really needs to focus on, because, you know, take that newbie shit out of the game, right? You know, if you look back at Black Ops 2, Black Ops 2 was a really great game. You know, I loved it. I love playing it. I mean, it's still relevant 3 years later. There's still more people on Black Ops 2 right now than there is Ghost, and I'm pretty sure Advanced Warfare as well. Don't quote me on that one though. But there's still a lot of newbie shit in the game. You know, you look at shock charges, you look at target finders, like that type of shit. Just, you need to take it out of the game. And the reason why, you know, futuristic games have a higher chance of stuff like this happening, because it opens the door for a lot more opportunities to put newbie stuff in the game. Because, you know, obviously if it's a futuristic game, especially something that's really far in the future, you know, you can do a lot of crazy stuff with this futuristic, you know, setting. Overall, they just need to take all that newbie stuff out of the game, keep it out of the game, don't put it in the game, and just make it a fun, fast-paced, skillful game that's enjoyable to play. That's what I want, you know, and that's what most of the Call of Duties were, you know, from Black Ops 2 and before. But then again, you know, there was still a lot of newbie stuff in those games too. But anyway, moving away from skill gap, let's talk about gun balancing, because this is also, I think, a huge issue with Call of Duty. Because let's use AW for example. In AW, on almost every lobby that you play, you're going to see two guns used, the ASM-1 and the BAL. I think, and even Black Ops 2, you know, pretty much every COD, you know, they always have that one or two weapons that, you know, are most used and dominate everything else, right? So Modern Warfare 3, you had the ACR, the MP7. Black Ops 2, you had the MSMC, the AN-94, the M8. And Ghost, it was pretty much the MTAR and the Honey Badger and the Remington. And so you really, in every game, you have those certain weapons that everybody uses that are just really overpowered. Or not even overpowered, just really good. You know, they don't have recoil, they're just too good, right? I think what they really need to focus on doing is, you know, number one, if you have weapons like this, don't just do drastic buffs or nerfs, because, I mean, look what happened in AW, right? They nerfed the BAL, and it's still, they nerfed the BAL like 3 or 4 times, and it's still the best weapon in the game. And, you know, they've done that a lot in the past in terms of other games, like they'll nerf a weapon, but it's still really fucking good. So instead of doing things like that, or do that, but on top of that, take some of the weapons out that aren't, like, nobody's using, and put in weapons that, you know, from previous Call of Duties that, you know, will do really good and people will really enjoy playing. Like, you know, for example, in Black Ops 2, nobody really uses the SWAT. So take the SWAT out and put something like the AK-47 in, or the ACR, something like that. Something that, you know, people are really going to use, and that way you have more gun variety. That way you have more of a gun balance. There's more guns that people are using. And I think that would be one good way that, you know, Treyarch could really solve that problem, because, you know, I just can't stand it when I play a game and literally I'm dying to the same weapon over and over and over again, and I'm forced to use that weapon because that weapon's just so much better than everything else. You know, in AW, that's the biggest problem I have with AW. I can't use anything else in AW without getting outgunned by a BAL or ASM1, you know. So, you know, pretty much in terms of gun balancing, and, you know, we can go a little bit more in depth with gun balancing and talk about, like, shotguns. You know, if there's another shotgun in Black Ops 2 like the Remington from, or excuse me, Black Ops 3 like the Remington from Black Ops 2, like, you know, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be, like, super mad, because, you know, I love using shotguns, but I just, you know, that gun is just too good. Anybody can use that gun and do well with it. You know, I can't tell you how many times a level, like, 7 will use it against me, just kill me every single time, because there's nothing you can do to it. But yet, you know, it's unlocked so early, and well, excuse me, when you're level 5 and you're able to create a class, it's unlocked. And on top of that, you know, it's just, they just walk around the court, hit fire, you're dead. You know, and they've nerfed the gun like 3 or 4 times. You know, it's kind of like the BAL, they nerfed it like 3 or 4 times, but yet it's still really fucking good. Same thing with the Remington. You know, look at the Spaz from MW2. Same thing with the Spaz from MW2. You know, that, so I really think they really need to focus on gun balancing, but I think the benefit is we have a beta this time. So I know David Von Hart tweeted out saying the beta is mainly going to be used for gun balancing when the game actually is fully released. So basically, you know, let's say the beta comes out and a gun's like fucking nuts. I mean, really, really good. They're probably going to nerf it pretty good before the actual game comes out, which I think that's a really good idea. And one reason I'm really, really glad they're having a beta. So, moving away from gun balancing, because I think we, you know, really touched on that, let's talk about the lethals and tacticals. So, from what I understand, the lethals and tacticals are not like AW where they shoot out of your wrist. They're just the normal, you know, pop your grenade and throw it. You know, they're back to normal, basically. So let's talk about that motherfucking C4 first, because it's in the game. I don't know any details on C4, but I know it's in the game, and that just infuriates me altogether, because C4 in Black Ops 2 was ridiculous. That shit was so overpowered. You could chuck that shit halfway across the map, and that thing has a really, really good blast rate, really, really good damage, and if you're not wearing Flat Jacket, you're going to die. I'll admit, I used C4 for a while. I still use C4 today, and that's just because it's that good. But overall, guys, like now, like everybody uses Flat Jacket, so there's really, like, you know, no point in using C4, but everybody still uses C4, so you're forced to wear Flat Jacket. I don't want to be forced to wear Flat Jacket to defend myself from C4, and I'm really hoping that they nerf C4 in Black Ops 3, or they do something like that to make sure it's not as overpowered as it was in Black Ops 2. You know, instead of chucking it halfway across the map and double tapping X, like, I don't want to see that in Black Ops 3, because again, I think that's something they really, really need to focus on. Now, moving away from C4, because I'll be honest with you guys, C4, if there's C4 like it was in Black Ops 2, I'm pretty sure myself, Jev, you know, we're gonna make a lot of fucking rage montages and shit, because that shit is so goddamn annoying. Moving away from C4, let's talk about those EMP grenades. Holy shit. They're just as annoying as C4 pretty much, because EMP grenades, they can go through like 10 fucking walls. They can go through fucking, you know, buildings, cars, you name it, they can go through it. They can, you know, if somebody throws an EMP at the top of the building and you're at like 2 stories below it or 1 story below it, you're still getting EMP'd. So, you know, regardless, right? And there's a perk, of course, it's Hardline, that will, you know, block EMPs and stuff. But again, I don't want to be forced to wear a perk. I don't want to, you know, Modern Warfare 3, I didn't have a problem with EMP grenades. I didn't have a problem with MW2 because they were not that good. Or, I mean, they were good to, you know, destroy equipment and stuff, but that's really all EMPs should really be, you know, used for, in my opinion at least. I really don't think they should be used for anything else except destroying equipment, sentry guns, things like that. I don't think they should be able to go through fucking like 10 fucking walls and multiple layers of the buildings and anything like that. Again, you know, just just nerf that shit. Keep it out of the game completely. Honestly, like, just keep the shit out of the game. I don't want to see it. And then, of course, we look at attacks, or, I mean, we look at stun grenades, and we look at flashbangs. Okay, these are in the same category. They last fucking forever. It's like 10 seconds long. You're flashed or stunned. You're stunned forever. You know, so if you get stunned or flashed, you might as well put your controller down, because that shit's fucking, you're dead. So in Black Ops 3, I really think they need to focus on making the stuns and flashes kind of like they are in Modern Warfare 3, or how they are in... I don't think Black Ops 1, the stuns and flashbangs were really that good. I don't think. I might be wrong, though. Somebody correct me down in the comments below. But overall, guys, they need to keep that shit, like, on a minimal, right? I don't want them super overpowered like they are in Black Ops 2. So moving away from lethals and tacticals, let's talk about the fun factor in the game. Now, this is just my personal preference, okay? One of the biggest problems with AW is the fact that the game has zero, like, there's no fun factor to it at all, pretty much. Like, you know, you get 20 kills, that should get you a Warbird and momentum, right, if you're just going by kills. Overall, though, that Warbird's going to get you, like, 5 kills. I think something that Black Ops 2 did really, really well, and even Black Ops 1, is when you got a lot of kills, it rewarded you. The high kill streaks in the game were actually rewarding. Now, granted, you called a swarm and the whole enemy team's gone, but regardless, they did reward you, though. And even the medium kill streaks, you know, the stealth chopper, the VSAT, the lightning strike, things like that, they still rewarded you for getting them. You know, they were very, very beneficial. I mean, a lightning strike in Black Ops 2 gets you the same amount of kills as, like, that big gun ship in AW, in all honesty. And same thing with, like, the Warbird from AW. It pretty much gets you the same amount of kills. You usually average about, you know, 3 or 4 kills with the lightning strike. You're going to get that, you know, pretty much you're going to get that with the Warbird, and you're pretty much going to get that with that big warship in AW. So, and even Ghost, like Ghost, the kill streaks really weren't that rewarding either. Even Specialists really sucked in Ghost as well. So, again, I think the fun factor in the game really needs to be there. That's something I absolutely loved about Black Ops 2, absolutely loved about Modern Warfare 3, was just the fun factor in those games were really, really good. Make sure, guys, to leave comments down below. Let me know what you guys agree with, what you guys disagree with, and if you guys think I left something out, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll respond to it. I'll let you know my thoughts on that. I know some people are going to talk about the maps and the movements and whatnot, but you guys have to remember, this is an open letter video to Treyarch, and they've already talked about the movements, they've already talked about the maps. I think that what they're doing with the maps is a huge step in the right direction, and I think what they're doing with the movements is really, you know, a balance between traditional Call of Duty and between, you know, obviously the AW exosuits. So overall, guys, you know, I'm really hoping that Black Ops 3 is a really, really good COD. I have strong feelings that it's going to be. And again, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. So anyway, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.